And U.S. lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are pushing back on President Trump's threats to take control of Greenland. On Friday, Trump said, quote, "We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not." And last night, he repeated claims that Russia or China will take over if the U.S. doesn't.
But Greenland should make the deal because Greenland does not want to see Russia or China take over. They don't go there. It's very far away from Greenland. And Greenland, basically, their defense is 2 dog sleds. Do you know?
Republican Senator Rand Paul says Trump's threats hurt America's standing in the world. Meanwhile, Greenland and Danish leaders say the territory is not for sale. But not everyone in Greenland agrees that that should be the case. Jorgen Boassen calls himself a Greenland freedom fighter and is a vocal supporter of President Trump's efforts to annex the island. And he's here now with more on that stance. Jorgen, thank you for joining us. You know, a poll commissioned by a Danish newspaper last year found 85% of Greenlanders said they don't want to be part of the U.S. Just 6% said they would want to join the U.S. And Greenland's 5 political parties put out this joint statement saying, and I'm quoting here, "We don't want to be Americans. We don't want to be Danish. We want to be Greenlanders." What's your response to that?
In this poll, it was two only thing you can choose. It was Denmark and U.S. And many Greenlandic people are affected by the European newspapers and scare campaign from Denmark and also Europe. So people have been very afraid of what they have been told in the news from Europe. So this is, knowledge about how good Americans they are as a people. You know, it's very nice and polite people and is very welcoming us to US. So, and also I think Trump has been very patient to Greenlandic politician leader. In almost 1 year, he has tried to reach his hands to that, but the government has just denying and just listening to the Danish Prime Minister and the Danish politician from Christiansborg. So I think this patience is over from Trump's side. You know, I have been saying that a long time, and come on, go to US and try to negotiate with Trump, you know. Is the best solution we can be, and at last we can be recognized as people in Greenland because we are forced to be Danish citizens. We are annexed from Denmark in 1953. So at least we will be recognized as people. But it is up to Trump what he wants with Greenlanders right now.
President Trump isn't ruling out using the military to take control of Greenland. He says Greenland's defense is basically 2 dog sleds. What do you say to that? And would you support the U.S. taking control of Greenland by force?
He will never take Greenland with force. It is only because the Europeans, Swedish, Germany, and Danish and France say they want to put some boots on the ground in Greenland. You know, this is a threat to the United States. So I can understand that he's saying that if the European puts the troops into Greenland, he wants to take it with force, you know. And also we have a politician who has been invited to Chinese companies and Chinese politicians to invest in Greenland. Is not a good case for the Greenlandic politician and the Danish to invite Chinese in the Monroe Doctrine continental. It is in Greenland. So I certainly understand Trump's worry about Greenland.
You have become well known in Greenland for your stance on this. What reaction do you get from other Greenlanders? And have those reactions changed as President Trump has made his message more direct?
I think, you know, this misinformation is so big in Greenland, people get scared. And of course, we also have the elite in Greenland, in Nuuk. Nuuk is the Danish province city. It's controlled by the Danish and can do what they want. So people get boycotted, fired if they have another dream and also want to be independent like that and want to get out from Denmark. They got boycotted and fired. So we know the threat from the Danish elite in Greenland and also what they have from the Danish government, you know, we can be outcasted.
So what's your response to fellow Greenlanders who call you a traitor?
Yeah, I'm traitor to Denmark, but not to Greenland.
And you say you want a security alliance between the U.S. and Greenland. The U.S. already has a military base there. So what more would you like to see if the U.S. strikes a deal on this? And what other contingencies do you want in that deal?
I think the Danish have benefited in 80 years with the 1951 defense agreement with U.S. Denmark-Greenland agreement. And we have nothing, money enough for that. So this is the new possibility for the next generation, for young ones, for a new chapter for the Greenlanders to see, okay, what can US do? What can they pay us for the military bases? And what is it? We have not to close the doors. We just have to open that and see, okay, what is the new chapter in the Greenland's history?
All right, Jorgen Boassen, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you.